Hello, everyone, and welcome to the back half of round number 1 at the 2021 Memorial Championship presented by Discraft. We're still out here at Fountain Hills. In fact, we're here for rounds 1 and 2. It's Terry Miller, the Disc Golf Guy, joined by a first-timer, Jamie Spencer. You're here. You're going to commentate the back half. I didn't chase you away.
No, not yet. I'm kind of in my house. I don't know how you're going to do that.
We don't want to give away all the secrets. We're looking at hole number 10. This is a little bit more lush, I feel like. These are drone previews thanks to Gatekeeper from last year. But hole 10, I feel like you can attack. You can throw this one really as hard as you want.
I really like this hole. It's a fun hole to throw. You get that mando to stay left of that tree.
Yeah, we've seen a couple different variations of this hole throughout the years. And there's been some construction. A lot of those trees have been planted in the last few years, and it does set up really well. There's not a lot of holes that really bend to the right on this course. And so watching someone like Ohn throw a great forehand, or Hailey, who's going to do the same. Let's see if that has enough stability. It doesn't look like it does. But bending up and to the right, like I said, just not a shot required here often.
No.
There's a forehand, and she was pinched up on those trees, and she'll have a long look to try and save her par. Hailey's on that left side, and Ohn with a long jumper as well.
Puts it right by the basket. Ooh, that looks good.
A little bit high, but it'll work. How do you feel about how those Mach X baskets catch? I feel like they catch everything. How do you feel?
It happened to me a couple times today, and I definitely agree with that. I had a putt just like that, and I thought, that's out. And it went in, and I was like, oh, okay.
Thank you, Mach X. Thanks. You, DGA. I feel like they catch a lot of putts. I know some people talk about a spot on them that they may or may not love, but I see so many putts go in that... benefit the player. Here we are on hole 11. Pretty straightforward shot.
Yeah. Again, you can put this on a little bit of an ante, a nice driver, or do a forehand. The biggest thing is if you let the wind get kicked in and you get skip down a little bit down to the left, you're going to skip into that sidewalk, possibly even get into the water.
So you have sidewalk off to that left side you just mentioned as OB, and then high right. If you were to really get something over, you could find the road, which is OB on that high right side. Middle of circle 2. Very guarded basket.
Yes.
I mean, it's only 2 trees, but they're always in your way.
Yep, right smack in the middle. It's a good shot.
Do you prefer to be on the lower side, kind of putting up on this basket, or do you like being on the right side, kind of putting down at it?
Either way, as long as I can get to it, and I don't have a tree right in my way, that'd be good.
Forehand that goes deep, and hopefully in a position that should be able to attack the pin.
So that would be nice, just to be able to tap it in from there. That would be a good one.
And thankfully that sits down. There's far too many times you see that one grab a little metal and then get up and roll. One of those trees may have just distracted her. Even if it wasn't in her way, you start thinking about, hey, I'm on the good side of this.
Yep, gets in your head a little bit.
Awkward straddle coming back, but no problem. .368. I feel like there's only a handful of women that are pushing it as far as they can to be able to get all the way to this pin. You almost need a long putt in order to get a little bit of a bonus birdie on this one. Next one plays slightly downhill, a little bit easier. Hole 11 did average at 3.28, and there were not any birdies in the FPO field during round number 1. Just the right speed?
Yeah, I thought it was great. She hit the exact line that I would have gone for. Same.
Hailey with a mid.
If you can get the mid there, I think the mid's a little bit of a better choice because it's not going to get as big of a skip when you hit the ground down there, because it can get really skippy and hard right there by the basket.
Alexis trying to bring that tree into play.
Yeah.
And just outside the circle, but she's at least pin high, and I feel like I know there's OB back there, but I love the idea of being at the basket or beyond it. So when you're putting, you're going to be putting back up slightly on this particular basket. And a rare miss by Ohn.
I was just thinking that was the first, wasn't it?
Or
second.
Yeah,
Second
she
miss.
had maybe one other that she
That
could have
par
got,
save.
but yeah, she doesn't miss often.
Nice
Easy.
birdie.
Missing this one does kind of feel like you're giving one away. This is one of the easier ones that's out there. Yeah, and I didn't know this before I was even saying that. This does come in, though, as the second easiest hole on the course. So that I guess that actually validates me a little bit. That's what I need. Need a little validation in my life. Now we're playing back uphill, about the same distance, maybe a little bit further.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Beautiful.
Do you feel like this one's gotten a little easier? I don't know if there's is there a tree branch that's missing?
Two.
Two of them. Okay.
Yeah, huge difference. I mean, you took a shot that was really narrow and tight, or you had to go really high and hyzer, and you just took it to like just a stable disc you're throwing at it. So it took a lot of the complication out.
3 drives, 2 of them inside the circle. Just a bit high there for Alexis. Here's Ohn from 22 feet. So much for us thinking she never misses.
Yeah, she's trying to figure it out, though. You can see she's trying to get it out. You know, see what's happening, sort it out.
I think Ohn, if not this year, maybe next year, may be eligible for an age-protected division. And I only feel comfortable saying that because I heard her talking about it before the round. So she's out here battling hard in the FPO division with incredible performances every time she steps onto the course, actually. So now we move over to the next one, hole 14, downhill, always known as the utility box hole because of the utility box that's just to the right of the pin. This one can get really squirrely quick.
Yeah, because the wind can change on you. You have a one wind at the top, and then you have a different wind when you walk down the hill. And if you don't play it right, you're going to be in the pool, as I call Fountain Hills.
You do not want to swim in that pool
No,
either.
you don't want to be in the pool.
That is reclaimed wastewater.
Oh, wow.
Incredible drive by Hailey.
That is not easy to do, that shot.
And that really gives Ohn her best chance at a birdie here. I think she'd be comfortable in saying that she cannot get there with a backhand. So playing that full flex, something a little bit more stable to put her out into the open and maybe give her a long putt. I think that's just a really smart play by Ohn, playing within her own game.
Yeah. It's good up.
Still has a look at birdie. Oh.
That low-hanging branch must have been in her way.
Yeah, you saw her outstretched to her right, so a little bit of an awkward stance there for Hailey.
Yep, Ohn just tapped it. The branch that got in her way.
Yeah. And there was just one birdie on the day out here on hole number 14, so nice work, Caitlin.
She was on my card. She can crush it. She's a really good player.
I feel like this is a little bit of a bonus at that distance. And speaking of distance, this is an all-out pull and then some. As we're taking a look here at hole number 15. Are you playing to a spot? Do you have a landmark? What are you trying to do here?
I'm trying to get as far down the fairway as possible is what I'm trying to do. But really, if you're down the bottom, you can get a nice little upshot to it, something a little stable that'll roll up towards the basket would be nice. You just don't want to hit that tree right there in the middle of the fairway. The one tree, you don't want to hit that one.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's the one mistake you really don't want to make. You can be left, and your approach might be a little bit difficult, but you can be middle or right, even a little bit left. You should be able to get up and down and take the three, but don't hit that tree. Don't bring that tree into play at all.
No.
Left to left center for Ohn.
It's just dropping.
Ohn with the standstill backhand, and I know we talk about it on, say, hole 11. There's only a couple of trees, but they're always in your way when you're putting.
Yeah.
So when you're approaching to this basket, there's a little bit of luck. You can be 20 feet away and have a really, really awkward putt.
All right, they're all tapping from there.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of threes here.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say I almost spoke too soon. Yeah, I was thinking everyone had an easy three, but she made it look easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the guys who made those bags are my friends from home. So like his grip wants me. I think they're good enough. Yeah, I think so. I just talked to me and
Disc golf conversations always are amusing when you're out on the card. I think people at home would be really surprised the conversations that are had, random or otherwise, appropriate or otherwise. They're all over the place. Here we are on hole number 16. Couple of mandos to deal with. You go left of the first one and right of the second one, but this is kind of a righty backhander's dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great shot by Hailey. Now, I've seen this grass and this green be very, very fast, and I've also seen it just stick. How was it playing out there during today?
For me, I actually didn't get much skip at all, but I also feel like this plays a little bit further than what it is, too, because they both had good drives, and you still see that they're pretty short, or where they normally would throw, both those two.
Yeah, and Alexis had missed the mando, as you saw. She went straight right off the tee, and then I think there was a conversation as to where you would play the missed mando from. And I think they had to consult the caddy guide, and she ultimately played from right where she was, as Ohn gives that a good run. But Alexis did, in fact, miss the mando.
Nice.
Let's go.
Kind of insult to injury.
Mm-hmm.
Her putt leaves her for a moment. I don't blame her. She's thinking about lunch. So was I.
Yeah. She's got 2 holes left.
I'm always thinking about lunch, though. Beautiful. Hole number 17. A little bit of a bonus for almost any of the competitors out here on in any division. Downhill, just one of the most iconic and scenic backdrops, though, in all of disc golf. Again, on a longer hole like this that you don't think you're necessarily getting to, are you trying to pick a point or a spot, left, right, center? Is there anywhere you really want to be on the shot?
Just not in line with all those palm trees, really. If you want to lay out a little bit right or a little bit left, you can still get a good upshot if you got a forehand or backhand. You just don't want to be right in line with that stuff.
So plenty of options. And exactly like you're saying, if you're left or right, then you can decide how you want to attack from there.
Oh, little slip. It is really slippy up there. You only really have the grip at the very front of that circular part, so sometimes you have to change your footing on how you do your X step. I personally have to slow down drastically just to not hurt myself.
Well, and it looked like, although she slipped, thankfully, A, doesn't appear to be injured, but B, it looks like her shot still turned out all right,
Yeah.
which isn't usually the case when you have a significant slip on a tee pad. This hole averaging over par, 3.28 on the day. We'll see if Hailey can help that. No. It looks like they'll probably bring it closer to 3 at least here on this card.
That was a lake yesterday where she's stepping, so they actually did a pretty good job repairing that because it was a mud puddle.
And was there maybe like a sprinkler replacement or something, or was it just low and wet? Or?
I don't know. The whole area was just completely flooded.
Well, I want to flood you guys. Great segue. I want to flood you guys with some free stuff. So leave in the comments. You've seen 17 out of the 18 holes. You can cheat and wait for the last one, but tell me what your favorite hole out here at Fountain Hills is. That's what I'd like to know. Leave it in the comments, and we're going to find some stuff to give away. I'm working with Double G's beef jerky. I'm working with 6-sided discs. We're going to find something for you. But first, we got to get through hole 18 at 400 feet. This can ruin your lunch.
Yeah.
What's the play?
Try to stay on the dry side. Don't go into the pool. If you throw too stable and you get a little bit of wind coming in, you're gonna skip into the lake there. That's a great shot. If you can just do that, that's what I would do.
Yeah, just do what Hailey King does.
Yeah, just do what Hailey King did.
Just tell everyone in the field, do what Hailey does.
See, this is where it gets scary.
Sit down.
And we're in.
Oh, and it just barely catches edge and rolls in.
That's gonna be good.
That's great.
Yeah, obviously placement, not trying to flirt with the water, but also, not trying to find that sidewalk on the high right side.
Mm-hmm. And there's something about this hole that both of those come into play all the time.
Alexis with a little forehand, just trying to close things out if that sits down for her.
Mm-hmm. We've seen a lot of rollaways on this particular hole as well with your putting. You get a hit and roll. There you go. Nice putt.
So Hailey with the 1 under will be the second hottest round in the FPO field. Ohn manages the bogey, and that's the separator between the two of them. Ohn finishes at even, and then the third hottest round in that. So Ohn and Hailey will be on the lead card, and unfortunately for Alexis, we're going to exchange her for her sister, Valerie, who did have the hottest round, a 4-under, during this opening round. So our lead card will be featuring Valerie Mandujano, Hailey King, Ohn Scoggins, and Erica Stinchcomb. That's who we're going to see during round number 2.
It's going to be an exciting round.
It certainly is. Best of luck to you, Jamie, out there. We hope you have fun, and maybe we'll see you again here on the microphones.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
All right. Again, I'm the Disc Golf Guy. This is Jamie Spencer, and we'll see you guys for round number 2 here at the 2021 Memorial Championships presented by Discraft.